I like how that ends nicely with the music going lower.
It is nice, isn't it?
It is. My other one, I didn't do that. I just cut it off quick and I come and I say, hi, everyone. Alicia, Stephanie, David, Jackie, Chuck, Stan. How is everyone? I'm looking at the comments of everybody saying hello. Yes, rice balls. We do need rice balls. We can always use more. What a day. Starting from early in the morning. Michelle, how are you?
Oh my goodness, I'm tired. How are you?
I'm tired, but I'm kind of ready for more. I don't know. It's a weird day, but I like it. Yes, Stephanie, I was on your local news tonight. I'm glad you saw me. I should say no, that wasn't me. Did he look like me?
It was this other guy.
So the elephant in the room, and I know that Michelle, she made like a little bullet points for us, but we have to talk about Splash Mountain, which I think we all knew was probably, I'll be honest, I didn't think it was going to happen. I didn't.
I didn't either. This morning, I was on my walk, and one of our Disney reps called me, and she said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm walking." And she says, "Okay, there's big news that is about to hit.
Refresh.
So I walked a whole lot faster, and then he messaged me, or we messaged each other, and he's like, "Did you hear that something big is happening?" And we were trying to think of what it could be, like guessing.
Yeah.
It. And
you kind of called it though, and I said no.
I was hoping it was good news because was it last night that Disneyland announced that they were postponing their opening? Was that what it was?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought that might, but they sounded very positive and happy when they gave the heads up. So I thought it can't be that.
No, I was hoping that it was good news. And when she called me, she said, "Oh, exciting news." So I was hoping that it was going to be exciting, but I didn't think that that's what it was going to be. So, I mean, I thought maybe.
So I'm going to give you my take on it. I'm going to just give it to you straight because if I don't keep it real, I lose myself. The real me as a kid, I must have been 6 years old, and I think I watched Song of the South. What do I know? Slavery, plantation. I thought Uncle Remus was the most awesome guy. I wanted him to tell me stories. I thought my dad was kind of like him because my dad would sing zippity-doo-dah, Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder. My father just sings that to me all the time as a kid. So for me, it has these great memories and this great perception. So I love Splash Mountain.
I know.
Now, but then there's another thing. Disney itself is very uncomfortable with Song of the South for obvious reasons.
Yep.
They don't show it, and every time you go on the ride and I see the frog, going, "Brer Rabbit's looking for a laughing place," they say. I know that's Uncle Remus, and I'm like, all right, it's there. They're like one degree away from it. And in talking to friends and stuff, I hear that, it's constant reminding to them. And I think Becky Mankin said it to me where she said it's due for a change anyway. Like, kids don't know the Brer Rabbit and Brer Fox, especially if you don't watch the movie. Who are these Brer characters? That gift shop sells nothing because the kids have no connection to it.
No, I think when I was a kid, honestly, I will fully admit I've never seen Song of the South. But I knew the music, if that makes sense. Like, I think everybody knew Zippity Doo-Dah, or everything is satisfactual. I mean, that's something
that's part of Zippity Doo-Dah. Yeah, it's the same song.
That's the thing. I know it's the same song. I'm saying,
okay.
That's part of the song.
It's very easy to mix up all those songs.
And then when you walk onto the ride, you see that, it's the truth, it's actual on the wall. And I think a lot of people, it's just, what's the word? Nostalgic. Like, we've been riding it so long and we've known the songs for so long, but it's like I know my kids, truthfully, they're teenagers. They've never seen that movie, but they know the ride. So
they don't know that there's anything underlying quote unquote racist from it. I know.
No. Mm-mm.
A lot of people never saw it. The only way to see it, if you went to like eBay and got I'm Italian, they would say a Frigese copy. Is that a thing that everybody says? a fake Japanese, like a fake Japanese copy. Oh yeah. By the way, the merch in the store for Princess and the Frog excites the heck out of me. It does.
Yeah.
Will I miss a lot of things from Song of the South? Yes, but not enough that I can't see the positives in Disney saying, "Hey, let's erase what's going on with this and let's give Tiana the right thing." Now, there's another thing. It can't be a quick overlay. They cannot change a few things and just a song and add one animatronic. It needs to be an overhaul, which according to the picture, hold on, let me show the picture.
Yeah, show the picture.
Did you realize, go look at the top of this Chickapin Hill. I don't remember a boat in Princess and the Frog, but there's a boat in a tree.
No, it looks like a boat crash almost.
Right? Is that something I'm forgetting from Princess and the Frog?
Are you? Scott's shaking his head yes.
Okay, because I'm thinking of Tarzan when I see that.
He said the guy is hunting for frogs in the bayou. There's three guys.
Okay, I have to rewatch it. I thought it started with the lady thanking her father for the beignets, or the father thanking the girl. And Tiana's song when she was a kid. But all right. But anyhow, do you see that's a tree on top of Chickapin Hill? That's a major difference, and the whole thing looks like a bayou, and I think they can do it upright.
Yeah, and in that picture, it looks like it's going to be. They had like the sparkly lights and all of that. Oh, Scott said.
Somebody said that's Mama Odie's house.
It was the guys that were floating or that were in the boat. So that guy was the boat.
I don't think that's their boat. That might be Mama Odie's house boat. I don't know. That doesn't look like that boat that I just saw.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the same boat, Scott. He's showing me boats. Okay, he's like, I'm not going to be on the show tonight, but then he's being the peanut gallery.
He can be on the show. We like
Scott. But I wasn't sure how I felt about it at first, but then when I started to think about it, Princess and the Frog has great music, and characters. And characters, I love, Tiana's music. I love Dr. Facilier's music. Oh my gosh! Like Friends on the Other Side. And
could you imagine if you're going up the creepy hill with the?
Are you ready?
Dun, 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 dun,
I am there
dun,
for it. I am there for that. He's laughing at me. Well, how fun would that be?
It would be. By the way, the boat on top does have a little bit of a, what is it, Tilly? Typhoon Lagoon's Tilly?
Yeah, Typhoon Lagoon. They're going to take the boat from Typhoon Lagoon and they're going to move it.
So I think that it's important to note that Sharita Carter, who was one of the heads on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, is one of the heads, if not the head, for this transformation.
Yeah.
She doesn't half-ass it. So it should be good.
She is awesome, because John and I were talking earlier that we got to meet her at Runaway Railway. We got to do some media events, and she is, not only does she create these things, she's actually excited to show guests what they are making. I mean, she could not wait for Runaway Railway for everybody to see it. Like, she was like a proud parent. Like, wait till you see what we got going on here. And it really didn't disappoint. I mean, I think, I thought it was really great.
Okay, here's where my mind starts to go crazy now. Imagine if they used some of the screens that are in the Navi Riverboat, ride. Gosh, I forgot the name of it. You know what I mean.
Why can't I remember?
Because we're old and we're not there anymore.
Navi River Journey.
That sounds good. Let's go with that.
That sounds good.
Somebody will tell us, I'm sure.
The Navi River Journey, right?
I think that's probably what it is. I think there's another name to it that I'm missing. But do you remember how they layered there is a screen on the background with the animatronic like at the forefront? Could you imagine if they really do the lightning bugs and make it feel like the bayou as you're doing that? It could be great. They could make it great. And there has to be a Mama Odie animatronic, or otherwise I'll just go off the deep edge.
And what about Ray?
Evangeline.
Evangeline. I mean, they're so, or Charlotte. I mean. There's so much potential, and I love Prince Naveen. I thought Prince Naveen was hysterical. I just really liked him. So I really think that there's a lot that they could do, and again with the music and the scenery and I know that some people are not happy with change, but I do think that
I get that, and I want to be sensitive to those people.
No.
I get it. I love Splash Mountain, but I have to be adult enough to set aside myself and look at it from someone else's perspective and say, you know what? if that reminds you of something bad and you're at a place where you're supposed to escape like Disney, if it happens to enough people, I'm not saying you offend one person and we have to change something.
Yeah.
But if it's really steeped in that much controversy to the point where Disney doesn't back their own movie that it's loosely based on, let's go with this. Let's embrace
the movie itself is very taboo, and you never, like, Disney doesn't like claim to it at all. It's almost like the secret that, like, nobody talks about that.
It's like the second daughter in the Carousel of Progress. After the first scene, she did bad things.
Okay, but here's my point. Follow me for a sec. All right, so as Disney fans as a whole, we don't like change. I know I don't like change. However, when you give things a chance, it always comes out like you're like, oh, okay, perfect example. And granted, it's Disneyland, Guardians. Now, when they were taking Tower and making it Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, holy mother of God, and everybody went nuts. You can't do that to the Tower. It's going to be horrible. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. And I will tell you, Mission Breakout is awesome. I mean, the way they did it is great. And the same thing when they were closing Great Movie Ride. You know, people were very upset about that because they didn't want to change one of their classics. And a lot of it is memories of families or friends that you visited the parks with, and you have memories on those rides. Just like when they closed, canceled Wishes, it was just, I think a lot of it is the memories and the feeling that get attached to these things. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Stan, I've seen Dr. Facilier meet and greet in Walt Disney World, by the way. And David from Now That's Disney, great site. David, how could you not have seen Princess and the Frog? I don't know if I'm ever going to be on your show again now. You have to watch it.
Okay, David, you have to do some homework and go watch this movie and then tell us what you think, because it really is a good movie. It's really a good movie.
It really is. Who's not Melissa? You don't like Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway?
Oh.
I thought it was the best thing they could have done with that. Oh, James is still upset they removed If You Had Wings from the Magic Kingdom. Okay, so you're not gonna get over that. You're not gonna like this.
No.
Wait till what else we've got in store for you.
Wait. Okay, so like Corey that works for the Main Street Mouse, he's still protesting Maelstrom being changed to Frozen. He still doesn't like that. So some people are just never gonna like what they change.
Jimmy Horn from Disney Nerds, who we love. I didn't even see a message from you. There's so many comments. You didn't have to give $2 to be noticed. But now that you did, I'm going to be like, Facebook, we're not even going to notice you unless you get another $2 next time.
Oh, my God.
So that's it. It's
hi,
done.
Jimmy Horn.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Me to say hi to you.
That's so funny. Okay, so that's really how I feel. I see a lot of these people devastated. I mean, their child died. That's not, and then some people, you're getting rid of my history. Splash Mountain's not history. Really? Come on.
No. Like I said, I really think what they mean are memories.
Sure. Absolutely. Listen, I got my dad singing Zippity Doo Dah to me. That's a wonderful memory. I'm not going to lose that memory, and I'm going to watch a video on YouTube. And I am excited to see what they can do. And the gift shop. When was the last time you got out of Splash Mountain and said, "Oh, I can't wait to stop in the gift shop"?
Never.
I know, but I can't wait to see now what can be in the gift shop. If there is a stuffed, what's the bug's name?
Ray.
If there's a stuffed Ray who sings to the star, Evangeline. I'm buying him.
I love the dynamic between Tiana and Naveen. And I think Charlotte's really funny. I just think that, I forgot one of the most important parts.
No, wait. Who is Charlotte? Is that the daughter with the dad?
Her friend with the pink dress, and she was very...
She the one with the big daddy, and she gives him the beignets?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I like her.
She's the one who wanted to marry a prince. Charlotte did. I think her name was Charlotte.
I am totally thrown off by the chat room. They're talking about the gift shop in Twister. They're just doing their own thing. I'm going to let it be.
Oh, we can't see you, huh?
I know. It's just funny. I'm like, Twister, are we, where are we? What are we doing?
Okay, wrong part. But what I wanted to mention, because, everything always goes back to food when it comes to Disney. I mean, I think, think of what they could do food-wise with this new ride, because one of our favorite things when we go to Disneyland are the beignets, the Mickey beignets at they're delicious. They're better than the ones that we have at Port Orleans French Quarter. Can you imagine if they put a beignet stand or like the mint juleps and the beignets like they do in Disneyland? That I will wait in line for that.
Me too. I can be
for that.
doused in powdered sugar getting on the ride. I'm in.
Oh gosh! Last year when we went out to cover the opening of Galaxy's Edge, they do different flavors of beignets. They did butterscotch beignets that week that we were there. Heaven on earth! I never ate so many donuts in my entire life, and I didn't feel bad at all. They're so good.
Let me see what Kim is saying here. John, your last guest put it perfect. Elantra said every little girl wants to see a princess that looks like her. I thought that was very powerful. Hey, I'm still waiting for a fat princess so I can really say they did it completely. There needs to be a little plus-size princess coming soon, maybe. I'm just saying. Come on. One eating beignets, maybe? But okay, speaking of... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, so you and I are both Italian. Do we get an Italian princess?
Right. I would be okay with a big Italian lady princess if she's pretty.
I would too. I mean, hey, just think of the possibilities there. But in the meantime, if they throw some beignets over at the near the new ride or a restaurant over there.
I still think a Tiana's place would be like Disney printing money.
I really think it's going to go well. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg as far as what they're going to do. They're just giving us a taste of what's coming.
Jimmy says I have Baymax. I do. I have my Disney princess for me. I got Baymax. That is true.
You need a tutu to go around him. Oh God.
So yeah. Anyhow, Tiana's place. If they really did, make that would be cool. So again, I am sad. I don't want to lose Splash Mountain, but I see the reason why. And I get it, but there are some people that are just. I'm getting a lot of Karens.
You know what though? When I was waiting for that to refresh, and I knew what the news was. Whenever something like that hits, I get really nervous to put it out because they like Michelle does want her beignets. I get nervous to put that kind of news out because sometimes the comment section is just harsh, and you want people to play nice. There's ways to get your opinion across without being rude or disrespectful, and it's always touchy when it's something like that.
If somebody says, "Yeah, I'm really sad this is happening," I get it. But when you say, "I'm sad this is happening," it's because people whined and this and that. Yeah, I again, a lot of people don't believe that Disney's been planning this for a while. I remember hearing years ago that this was in the works. Again, I don't know how true it was, and do I believe that the petition helped? Absolutely. It's not coincidence that's all of a sudden. Yeah.
Well, did you see there's another petition going around to flip it now? It's like, I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, people are asking me, is it still going to have a hill? Like, I don't think the track is changing much of anything. I think the ending scene will be a Mardi Gras. Again, they said the ride starts after the movie. That is a long ride before the hill and the Mardi Gras at the end. So there's got to be a new story cooking up because I'm thinking we need a new villain. Maybe Dr. Facilier is going to stop the Mardi Gras. There's something else. There is a
involved because like his music is so good. Even when you the different music for the different stage shows like Halloween or Villains After Hours, whenever his music plays, it's got like the heavy drums and the whole thing. It just makes you want to dance right away. I love his music.
Are you ready?
Yes. So I'm just excited for it.
You just did a little Charlotte there. Just a little.
I'm so excited. I just have to believe that anytime I kind of crinkled my nose at what Disney was trying to do, when you first hear, they always end up showing us like what their vision was, and then you're like, oh, okay, this is better. Just like with Guardians, just like with Frozen Ever After, and even with when they closed Wishes, I really love Happily Ever After. I think that show is beautiful.
I didn't want to like it either. I didn't
want to like it either, but I didn't want to like Guardians Mission Breakout. I was very like when we were standing in line, I was like, this is not Tower of Terror, and I was whatever. When I got off the ride, I'm like, okay, this is great. They changed my mind.
Oh, what if you had a guess? And again, this is complete rumor. What would you say? 2 years to do this?
I would say, yeah. I mean, because look at all the
Maybe
other
by the
parties.
by the 50th, maybe.
Maybe. Do you remember though when they closed before they shut all the parks down in March? The last time I was at Magic Kingdom, I think was at the end of February, and they had the scaffolding up at Splash Mountain. They were already working on it, doing something earlier this year.
Could you imagine if we found out that was already this? That'd be amazing. But I don't think so.
They were doing something, I remember, because it was closed.
Okay.
I mean, not that I would have wrote it in February because it's a little chilly. I just don't like walking around in wet clothes, but that has nothing to do with this. But it was it was closed. So they could have been. But if you think about it, they have a lot of different projects going on right now. You know, not to switch gears, but if we're talking like what Disney is working on, you know, they have the Guardians, you know, the
roller coaster,
yes, and then the Ratatouille ride that should have been open this summer. They're still working on Tron. I drove past Tron, was it 2 weeks ago, and it's really coming along.
Is there a roof going on it yet?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can see, like, it's almost completely walled up, but you can see the coaster like coming out, and I saw as we were driving by, one of my friends lives behind there in Winter Garden, and I saw little parts of the castle being painted as well, you know, throughout this whole time that things have been closed. So, you know, they have a lot that they're working on. I mean,
yeah, somebody's saying that, and I don't know that this is correct. Gene Palma can probably confirm this for me. They said they will reopen with the old version for now. We can say goodbye. Is that true, Gene? Do we know? Is there any word that the old Splash Mountain will still open? Because I'm thinking that they would not.
I heard that that's a possibility too. Like they're going to give people time to go ride it, and then they're going to close it.
Okay.
And then if they do that, can you imagine every time they close a ride, it's always crazy that last little bit of time.
I don't know whether to believe James that he wants the cat from Space Mountain for Space Mountain. Yeah, I think the layout of the ride will be exactly the same with just a completely different theme. I agree.
Well,
and thanks, Gene, for checking about if we think Splash Mountain will open. Okay, so what else do we have? We have the castle very quickly. Let me see. Do we have a picture of the paint job? I don't think I do. But I'm liking it. Is this the? Oh, sorry. I don't know if we have it. The paint job. I like it. The pink, gold. The gold. I like, and that blue that's almost a purple. I'm really into it.
It looks like when they repainted the one at Disneyland. It's very similar.
It is similar.
Blue. Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I like it, but again, with change, I want to see it for myself.
And do we know if it's just for the 50th anniversary celebration and then it will go back to white and blue? Because then it'll be another event for them to change it back again.
I have to change it back. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to stay that way or not. It seems like a lot of work to do just for temporary. But look what they did with the birthday castle. Remember the cake?
Okay, I was 25 years old then for the castle cake, and I thought it was pretty cool as a kid, as a 25-year-old kid. So,
well, I know a lot of people, it was like the great divide. Either you loved it or you hated it. I mean, and they actually have a T-shirt now at Disney Style Store that has a picture of the castle with the cake overlay on it.
Yeah, that was a crazy thing. It was just they put blow-ups around the castle.
Is that all that was? Is the blow-ups?
Pretty much, it was blow-ups. Is that Riviera pillow from the Riviera?
It is. This was I bought this when we had our media trip out there in January. Remember that trip?
Yeah, I'm so happy you said you bought it because I thought you were going to tell me they gave it to you and I was going to be like, well, they left mine out.
No, I bought it at the gift shop.
I like it. I like it a lot.
No, they had a Tangled pillow in our room. I wish I could have had that. But yeah, this is from the Riviera.
I like it a lot.
I like to buy things when we get to stay places or if we get to cover really cool media events. I like to buy a little token of something to take home with me to remember. I keep our media badges and then I try to buy something. I know.
I don't collect the badges because I didn't for like a year, and so to start now just feels bad, so I don't, but I should.
You keep them, John. Those are like
I know. I do keep the sign. You can see it.
Oh, I keep my signs too.
You have to, because that makes you feel like, oh my God, it's such a wonderful thing. Disney recognizes me.
I know. You know, it's one of those things that makes you feel so lucky that you get to do those things. So that's why I keep all that stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But
thanks, Adam. Adam just made me feel really old. He's like, hi, John, I'm 25 now.
Oh, I love Adam. Hi,
Adam is
Adam.
great. Adam is
He's
great.
the best.
Yeah, they haven't shared a timeline yet at all about Splash Mountain, so we don't know
Okay.
if July 11th it will be opened. I hope so, but I don't know.
I
Hello,
hope
Malaternos.
I hope that we get time to go ride it again. But I really do feel that it's going to be a hot mess, and the line's going to be super long. And uh, sorry, Scott.
Speaking of hot mess, it's like 103 degrees. It feels like here in the third circle of hell, otherwise known as Florida. It's been hot. It's been
You go
hot.
outside in the morning, and right away it hits you. It's so hot.
But still wear your darn masks. We have to.
We have to, and that's another thing that's been a topic of conversation, because they're getting ready to open the parks in a couple of weeks. How do they expect us to walk around like that? We have to. I mean,
and I see what people are saying. I do believe July 11th we still will open, but I think Disney reserves the right. If these numbers keep going up, they can delay it a week, 2 weeks, however long they need till the numbers start going down. I don't think they will. I think the train left the station with Disney, but I know they want to do the right thing. Look at Disneyland. Disneyland was supposed to open July 17th?
Yes, 17th.
And now there's no date?
What's funny is that they were going to reopen July 17th, and the 18th is when Avengers Campus was supposed to debut. So that's obviously everything got scrapped.
Scott wanted to be there, I'm sure.
I know Scott's crying right now. He's off in the corner, like crying. He's very sad.
He's Marvel centric.
Disney can never open again as long as Marvel opens. That's all I don't care about. Oh my gosh.
Disney will open Marvel.
Yeah,
John, check your.
It's coming. Scott told.
Check your phone.
Scott said to check your phone.
Might get pictures.
Oh, I don't have it here on me, my phone.
Oh, you gotta
Facebook
wait.
Messenger.
He thinks he's real funny. He made you a picture.
Check your Facebook Messenger.
Do you want to know what's going on? He's like yelling from the side.
I'm checking it now because if it's something, can I share it with everybody? If not,
it's silliness.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to get the silliness.
It's too bright.
Go ahead, Michelle. Talk. I'm going to get the
pictures to share.
Let me see what he's sending me. Oh, I can't. Thank you, Mark. But this is pretty funny, actually. I actually, somebody said, doesn't Michelle look a little bit like her? And I protected your wife, but now I'm telling it because you just sent this to me, so now I'm going to tell you.
Wait, doesn't Michelle look like who?
Like Charlotte.
No.
Yeah, well, somebody said it, and I said, no, I'm not going to tell her, but now that you sent me this,
now
and people will see why. People will see why I am now giving it up. Give me a second. I'm now going to add it to here. You're going to laugh at this, so...
He's waiting.
You can see.
Waiting.
This is what Scott does to me.
I got
Daddy! Where's the beignets, Daddy? Can you believe that guy? Okay, I hope that was worth it for everybody. Is there going to be a Destination D? I don't think it's happening, Caleb.
I don't
know. Isn't it usually September?
November.
September, October. Okay, listen, if they're not doing a Mickey's Not So Scary, they're not packing people into the Contemporary to do a Destination D.
I really enjoyed Destination D the last time it was here. All that stuff makes me so sad because we're missing out. I know it's first world problems. It just seems like we're missing out on all these wonderful things that people look forward to,
People are now responding to the picture. I can't unsee this. Chuck says it was well worth it. The best thing ever. Matt Jervia, LOL. That's pretty funny. Okay, I'm sorry. I was... Just in case you missed it. Where did you find that picture of me?
Is that the one of you holding the cake, John?
Oh, okay.
The one of you with the cake when we were at the, where were we at? Whispering Canyon. And do you remember?
Oh, Gene's saying the D20 Destination D can be virtual. That would be really good.
Oh, I want to be there.
Well, you are technically. Do you remember the virtual? Were you there in the? No, you were actually there at the the thing. I was in a theater here doing the announcements for
At D23.
the D23.
Yeah, I was
So-
actually during the announcements. I was there. It was crazy. But Destination D, I was there for media 2 years ago, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, but was it last week they announced that the Halloween was no longer?
I'm very sad about that.
And I felt honestly, we talk honest. We're friends. We're all friends here. I felt very sad about Halloween.
I don't
I love
think
it.
I don't think it bodes well for Christmas either. I mean, I don't know how in a month things can change where they can do it. I don't know.
I think things would have to change a whole lot between now and then. I don't know. But I do love like the Boo to You parade. There's a lot of things that I love about Halloween, and then Christmas. I love the Christmas parade. I love the snow on Main Street, the fireworks, all of it. It makes me sad. My only hope is that if they're not going to do Christmas, that they at least put up the tree and put up the decorations and still play the music in the park. Give us a little bit of festive.
I think they have to.
Yeah, I mean.
Let me ask you this. I know you're not a Halloween Horror Nights girl. If Halloween Horror Nights goes off, would you consider just walking in the scare zones? Even though I know it's completely different than Not So Scary, but would you consider it just to do a Halloween thing? You don't have to go inside the haunted house?
I would do that, yeah.
Okay, all right, that's pretty good, because I'm thinking there will be some houses, but I don't know. Okay, Chuck, this is a good segue. Chuck is bringing up the reservation system. I don't know which one he's talking about, but because it is. Tomorrow, if you're an annual pass holder, you can start making your reservations to get into the park. Am I correct?
You are correct.
What do you think of that?
I'm scared a little bit. Only because, at the beginning of the week when the resort guests were trying to get on, I got a ton of messages all day long about that it wasn't working, that it was just spinning. It took it's weird because some people, it took them like 4 or 5 hours to make the reservations. And then some people are like, oh, I got right on. So, I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
I think I don't want to go on it. I don't think I want to wait and do that thing. I'm hoping I get to go to a preview of a cast member and not worry about my annual pass thing for now, just for the first couple of days.
Are you going to get up tomorrow and try to get yourself a pass?
I'll talk to my cast member friends and see if anybody is inviting me to a park. If they are, no. If they're not, then I'll get up and try.
But what if you're just in case? I mean, just in case. Don't you want to I want to go to Magic Kingdom the day it opens. I do. So
actually, you know what? I can't even do it tomorrow. The time that it opens, I have an interview on the news in the morning.
Oh, well, but they said that you can do it all day. Because
all right.
This was interesting. So I'm always getting feedback, and some people said that some said they had an easier time waiting until the afternoon or evening to get into the system because everybody was flooding the system first thing in the morning.
Okay.
So it was easier to get on later in the day. Now I don't know how true that is, but I just you get
that sounds right
from everybody. So I mean, I'm gonna try.
I'm surprised nobody's asked why we put this is the last online show. Does everybody know why this is the last online show? We'll see what they say.
I did answer a couple of them. So
okay, that could be. All right, so we should say it. July 26th, we will be at Wine Bar George. It's very limited, though. Isn't it only like 15 to 20 spaces or something?
Okay, so yeah. So the good part is Mystery Mouse Live on Location is back in July. Ooh, okay. Yay. The bad part is not bad. Wine Bar George is where we're going to be, but because of social distancing, it's around 20 for that ticket. So about 20 people. So I believe we're going to put tickets on sale the 1st of July, and it's going to be first come, first serve. We're
calling it the COVID special.
It's only around 20. Now this is a way for us to break back into doing our shows at the Springs, to see how many people would want to come out, because some people are still afraid, to be out and about. But I think the 20 tickets are going to go really fast.
I think this is Alan Delinka, even though it says something different on the top. And they're saying Jeffrey Epstein said Mouse Planet, which is Alan Delinka, live last month. Destination D had not been canceled, so we'll see what happens with that. I'm sure it hasn't yet, but it's going. And not to leave what you were just saying. Okay, so yeah, July 26th. We think tickets go on sale when? July 1st?
Yeah, I'm going to put them up for July 1st.
Okay.
And again, only about 20 tickets. I mean, we might be able to get a couple more out of them, but we want to make sure that, everybody's at a safe distance and all that good stuff. And I don't want anyone to worry about that 20 limit because
the next month will be, if you get disappointed.
It'll get better as we go because we have Raglan Road Labor Day weekend. We have the new Wolfgang Puck in September.
Eventually, Phantasmic Stadium. So it's okay.
Yeah, it's just going to get better and better. And then, of course, House of Blues in October. So each month, the venue gets bigger. So we're going to be able to accommodate more people. So don't worry. But if you do want to come to the show, our first, we're back again type of show for the 26th, you'll want to get your tickets as soon as they go up because it's only going to be 20.
I had this idea to do a game show at the show, and Michelle was all for it. I was going to buy buzzers so that you can actually buzz in and we would know who was first. I still want to do that, but I don't think we can do it yet because you'd have to touch buzzers and we'd have to disinfect them and everything. So I'm going to hold off on the buzzers, but I have to figure out a way to do a Family Feud type game show. Oh, wouldn't that be great if they get to pick their teams with the people in the audience? That'd be really cool.
That would be fun. I think that, we were talking, we want to do some interactive things at the show instead of just having people sit and listen to us gab. If we could, throw some things, their way too, make it a little more interactive. We just want everybody to have a good time.
Oh, thank you. I think a cast member will invite me to some park that's. I don't even care.
Somebody will take you.
Somebody. I don't even care where it is. Actually, I don't care if I'm looking at the.
Always.
I'll just sit on a bench and watch people and be totally thrilled if I can see the castle down the thing. Just get my. I'm getting old. Get my Starbucks. I am good to go.
Just sit and people watch.
Put my butt on the Haunted Mansion. I don't even. You know what? I don't even know. Soon I'll be so old I can just go on different rides. I won't even know what ride I'm on.
Oh, for goodness sake, you're not that old. I think that because of this big delay that we've had and this hiatus from everything Disney, I don't know about you, but I am just looking forward to any of it.
Some normality, yeah. Do you know what's going on with Cirque du Soleil?
I have not heard.
Do you remember we saw that preview?
Yes.
We saw a preview of the Disney show. I don't even remember what it was, like Animator something, and it was beyond incredible.
Drawn to life.
Yes, Drawn to Life.
Drawn to Life.
I can't believe we still haven't seen that, but it's still coming, right? It's still a thing?
Yeah. Actually, It was done. They closed the parks, was it March 15th? The 17th, they were supposed to start soft openings of Drawn to Life. So they were pretty much done with the show, and then everything shut down. So I don't know. Because they were done. So.
I just remember the walking desk. That there was a desk that somebody was drawing on, and then it got up and it galloped away like a horse, and I was like, oh, okay.
And the guy swinging on the pencil, the
yeah,
that came down, and he was holding all of his weight up on this big pencil, holding his whole body, and they were doing like these acrobatics. Oh my gosh!
Now I know David; he's probably not joking, but I thought this was a joke. I wonder when the NBA experience will reopen. At least they have one person waiting for them, which is really good.
Okay, wait. Scott just looked up Cirque.
Yeah.
Tickets are on sale
for August 1st.
Beginning
really?
August 1st.
Yep.
Oh.
Saturday, then they're closed Sunday, Monday, and they go in 2 shows every night, 5:30, 8:30.
You know what? I have to say, honestly, there was a lot of talk that Cirque du Soleil as a company could go under or go bankrupt. So I'm really, thank you God, because that's one of the things I was really happy is staying around. I thought maybe it could go away.
They put so much work into that show at
Disney. Much.
And I was really excited to see it. Just the little bit that we got to see, you can see all the heart and soul that went into that. So why are you laughing?
Gene Palmer says that NBA Experience, it's open, it has the same attendance. Actually, it has the same attendance as when it was closed. I'm sorry. I'm just making jokes, guys. I'm trying to keep you laughing.
Hey, but in fairness, we did our show there in February.
We did, and we had a good time there.
And it was fun, and we had a good time, and the people at NBA Experience were super nice to us, and then we went next door to City Works to eat.
Which was the best Impossible Burger I ever got was at City Works.
And they're open. They opened, a week or two ago, and they have their outdoor seating area open.
I like that.
They have good food there.
They really do. Is it that's part of NBA though?
No, it's next door.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, yeah,
I was saying like, no. I didn't know if it was like if NBA closed. I didn't know if I was also saying I wanted City Works to close. If it's separate, NBA.
It's
I still
separate because when I went there 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, NBA was not open, but City Works was. So they're not the same. But then I'm wondering because since you mentioned the NBA, they're going to be doing basketball at ESPN World of Sports, and we have NBA players that are going to be on property. So I would guess maybe NBA Experience would start to get some traction because of that. Do you think?
Could be. Could I make you laugh for a second? It's very possible this comment has to be deleted. Somebody wrote, "You are a real," and I don't have the rest of that, which makes me think that the YouTube filter got it, and I would love to know the name I might have been called. And if it is innocuous and innocent, I'm sorry, but it's just funny because I'm thinking, what am I? What bad word might I be?
No, I know her. That's Mary Dona. She's a very, very
okay
very lady. So I do not think she would call you a name.
No, so then then she needs to rewrite, and it's probably just left off in the thing. Darn, I thought I've leveled up today because I've gotten some haters. So today was a good day.
How can you get haters?
A few of them, just because I didn't like cry and scream over Splash Mountain, they hated me.
But you have to understand, you can't ever always win.
No, and nothing. It's just you have to look at things from a different point of view, and it's very hard to do. It is. Oh, they know. Yeah, they know Marianne. Okay. All right. What do you have on your docket here that we did not?
Let me see what didn't we get.
Linda says, I got a name for you. Oh, I am your snuggly puss, Linda. Jackie, me and Michelle have learned that completely.
Jackie, we really try to be nice and neutral and all kinds of things. But, sometimes, especially, ever since everything closed down and with everybody being on edge because of the way the world is today, it's near impossible to make everyone happy. So we just try to just do our thing and bring a little Disney magic and be positive and nice and hope for the best, I guess. Let's see. We got the Disneyland was postponed. We talked Splash Mountain reservation system. We talked about the show. Oh, one more thing.
Oh, hold on. Yvonne's husband looked at the hub, and it does show that Splash Mountain will be open when the park reopens. So that's a good thing, actually, if you don't want to feel like you got the last ride in. Yeah. God, I'm sorry, Michelle.
No, you're good. So do you remember? So you guys have to understand, I talk to John every day, multiple times a day, and I don't remember what we've said because we talk all day. I mean, Scott and I were at the store the other day, and he's like, I need you to stop talking to John and listen to me. And I said, how did you know who I was talking to? Because that's who you're always talking to. Sometimes I forget what we talked about. But let's talk about restaurants for a minute. Do you remember was it you? It had to have been you. Not everything is going to be open as far as food-wise when the park's open. There's a lot of
okay, wait. It looks like we should probably talk about what's open because everything looks closed.
Because remember you said what's open, and I said Pecos Bills.
And that is that, which was I couldn't believe you actually got that because I saw the list and I was like, how did she even get the one that's open? That is open.
It is open.
Okay, that's the only place to eat though, like the only place. I have to thank Jimmy Horn for this now.
Oh my God.
If anybody wants a screenshot, now's the time.
You sent that to him? Scott sent that to Jimmy.
Oh, then why is Scott not telling me to check?
Scott, Jimmy's inspiration. You can see, so it's like a group effort to harass you, John.
He's sending me $2 every time. You could send me a lot of pictures. I'm out of work. Send a lot. Okay, so wait. So what restaurants do we have in Magic Kingdom? We have Pecos Bill,
Yep.
and that's is Sunny Eclipse there? I know you hate Sunny Eclipse.
I don't know if Cosmic Rays is open. Is it?
I don't think that's. Do we know what else is open at any of the other parks?
Backlot Express is going to be open at Studios, which I was disappointed because I thought the ABC commissary would be open because they just redid it. They have the Coke Freestyle machines. I really like their menu in there. It's kind of bigger. And commissary is not going to be open.
Okay. Animal Kingdom, Yak and Yeti open. Thank the Lord.
Oh, wait. Scott to the rescue, John. I have your list.
Hold on. Good.
All right, so this is stuff that is going to be open or not going to be open?
No, that's the list we put out.
Oh, he said we put this out.
Liberty Tree Tavern. Okay, good. And Cosmic Rays. Cosmic Rays needs to be open, Marianne, because Michelle just loves Sunny Eclipse. She just loves them.
Almost as much as Figment.
Almost as much as Figment. John,
Figment needs a timeout.
Figment does need a timeout. I will always stand by that.
Okay, he needs a timeout.
Sorry. So anyway, listen. So here's your Magic Kingdom. You wanted to know what's going to open. Are you ready for it? Here it comes. Aloha Isle, Anti-Gravities, Be Our Guest, Cosmic Rays, Joffrey's Coffee, Jungle Navigation, Skipper Canteen, Liberty Square Market, Liberty Tree Tavern, Main Street Bakery, Pecos Bills, Pinocchio's Village, Plaza Restaurant, Sleepy Hollow, Storybook Treat, Sunshine Tree Terrace. Ooh, that's not good. And Tony's is going to be open.
Okay, all right, Tony's. The pasta's good. The sauce is not. They need to change the sauce. Not Pecos Bill, Pinocchio Village House, guys. If you like soup, and I know in Florida in the summer not good, but their tomato basil soup anytime other than the summer, so good. Try it. I've asked them to hook. I've asked them to hook me up on the IV with the tomato basil. They have not done it.
I didn't even know.
I agree. Skipper Canteen has some good things, but I still wouldn't mind if that changed into Tiana's place.
Yeah. I only ate there once, and we had appetizers, and somebody next to us was eating a fish with the head still on it, and I don't know, it wasn't my favorite.
I'm getting a lot of Muppet comments. I really would like to see the Muppets stay at, by Hall of Presidents in Liberty Square.
Aren't they? Isn't that show closing too?
It closed, then it reopens, then it reclosed, and maybe back. That's the kind of good show for like a social distancing thing outside. If they're not going to show a show, that they could do with puppets, and it may not. Maybe they put squares down where you could stand with the tape. I don't know, but I like that show.
It's just weird because they're opening the parks, but all the extras, it's like this and know that, no shows, it's basically you're going to get to walk around the parks and go on rides. And
how everybody's making pictures of me and putting my head? I want to see Scott's head on Sam Eagle, because I could see Scott dun 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 dun.
He's going to do it himself.
I am Scott of the Main Street Mouse. I could see Scott doing Sam Eagle. Do it.
3 hours talking about what John's mean.
You got a minute and a half.
Make it work.
I would rather them put, faces on YouTube than me.
Okay, so Animal Kingdom, we have Yak and Yeti, and what else?
He took my computer.
Oh.
I'll tell you.
Pizza Safari is not open because I looked.
Thank you. Like Pizza Safari?
And ended up her ice cream, Creature Comforts, Dawa Bar, Dino Bites, Flame Tree Barbecue, Harambe Fruit Market, Isle of Java, Joffrey's, Mr. Kamal's, Nomad Lounge, Pongo Pongo, Rainforest Cafe, Restaurosaurus, Satuli Canteen, Temu Temu, Thirsty River Bar, Tiffin's, Trilobites, and Yak and Yeti, both the restaurants.
These Starbucks aren't reopening?
Nope.
It does not say Starbucks.
But they said Starbucks wasn't opening at Disney Springs, and it was an opening day when they reopened.
That's true.
So,
okay. I would be shocked if Starbucks was not open, since they're open everywhere.
And everybody goes to the Starbucks. I think they would be missing out if they didn't open
Starbucks, if you're a local, or if you come for a couple of days, or even if you're on vacation and want an inexpensive meal, their breakfast egg sandwiches for like $5 are just awesome.
We've gotten that. We've gotten
Right?
that breakfast sandwich before when we've been out. And you're like, you have to try this. I forget which one you made me try, but it was good.
I live on it, so if you want to just have a beautiful, gorgeous body, just do it. Go for the eggs. Just go for the egg sandwiches.
All I remember is you took my bacon. Do you remember?
Did you give it to me? You didn't want it though, right? Because I would have taken it from you if you wanted it. Did I take it because you? Give me that story.
I don't eat bacon, so I.
Oh, okay. Why do you not eat bacon?
Do you really want to open that can of worms?
I do. Don't we want to find out? Everybody in the chat room wants to. Look how many messages said, "Why don't you eat bacon?" Thousands of them. Go ahead.
Long story short, I'll give you the short version of it. You cannot make fun of me. Well, you might, but I prefer you not.
I promise you, I will
I'm-
not make fun of you.
You're such a liar.
You're such a liar. When I was in college, I had to watch a movie in one of my classes. I know I eat turkey bacon. It was called Domesticating Animals, and I really didn't understand what they meant by that. So they put on the movie and what they do to pigs before they get to the bacon stage. And I sat in the classroom and I put my hair over my eyes and I cried my eyes out. And then they showed cows and I got up and left before they got to chickens.
Okay, do you know what? I actually won't make fun of you for that. If I saw that, I actually might do the same thing.
John, I cried.
That would
plugged and I went home and I remember because I was still living at home. I got home and I told my dad and I'm like, Dad, did you know? He's like, yeah. He's like,
yeah. I have to separate. The right, like when they name an animal, like if they name a chicken or something. No, I can't do that.
I don't eat any pork, and it's because of that video in college. It's just,
okay. I'm glad you didn't watch the beef or the chicken one.
No, we started to get into the cows, and then I didn't eat beef for a long time either, but I will have an occasional hamburger, but pretty much I just eat chicken and turkey. I did walk out on the chickens because my dad's like, if you'd have sat there and watched the whole movie, knowing me, I would never eat again because I feel sorry for everything and everyone. That's just me. I'm a soft-hearted person. So
I get it. I need my bacon cooked really crispy, so just because I don't want to be like
jerky the way you eat it.
It's like jerky.
Yeah, I like it like that actually.
I do like turkey bacon. Oh.
Okay, this is something we'll remember that Jimmy Horn said. What?
What?
I don't know, but I'm going to remember that he said that and use that against him one day.
I don't even know what that means.
Me either, and I don't think we want to. Okay, moving on with Disney stuff. I have this thing from Becky Menken. Should we go into the cruise thing?
Sure.
Okay, apparently, and we're going to read this and go through it. Cruises. I'll go to one bullet point, then I'll let you get the next bullet point. Guests who have booked before August 31st, 2020, have the ability to change their sail date up to 15 days prior to embarkation.
All right. Guests scheduled to sail on or before March 31st, 2021 may take advantage of this offer.
Because that's a long stretch. Up until 2021, you could do this. So guests who wish to change their sail date must move to a future sailing that commences prior to April 1st, 2022. Standard prevailing rates will apply.
A guest cannot change their reservations back to the original sail date after taking advantage of this offer.
Should you cancel your new sail date, any cancellation fees applicable to the original sail date will be deferred and applied as a minimum cancellation fee to the future sailing.
Standard air cancellation fees apply for guests who book flights through Disney Cruise Line.
As always, we're here to help you decipher this during this crazy time. Any questions, contact your MEI and Mouse Fan Travel booking agent. I'm looking through a ring light, by the way. Contact your travel agency and reach out at mei-travel.com. Okay, so that's they sound like they're doing the right I mean, we know Mouse Fan is, but we sound like the cruises are doing the right thing and giving flexibility. I can't wait to get back onto a Disney cruise. Actually,
I know it seems like out of everything that's been like paused or delayed or whatever, it seems like the cruise industry is the one that's going to take the longest, in my opinion, to get back to normal, because of how they're so careful on a cruise ship on a regular day. Like giving you the wet wipes when you go into the restaurants, and they're very germ conscious on a cruise ship. All Linda, can you repeat that?
We just got done talking about bacon. You can't break ribs.
Oh, I think that's funny though. Your voice is the best. Always trying to make you proud.
Okay, so that's I agree. The cruise is the thing. I don't. If there was a cruise tomorrow, and Disney Media said we were going, would you go?
Oh yeah, I probably would go.
I think I would too. I
would tell Disney no, because I feel so lucky and blessed that we get invited to these events. And I'll tell everybody else no, but on a Disney invite, I never say no.
I would wear my mask constantly. I would douse myself in hand sanitizer, but but I don't know if I could not go. And then I imagine if I said no, I'm scared, and then everybody came back fine, that would be
you would feel so bummed if you didn't go and everything worked out fine, and you feel like you really missed out, Oh,
by the way, rooter to tutor meant front to back. So when Jimmy Horn said he eats it from rooter to tutor, it's it's mouth to butt, I guess.
Oh, jeez.
I understand tutor. I don't quite get rooter, but it must be. Where is he from, Jimmy?
Louisiana, isn't he?
Is he from Louisiana? He's the one we should be asking about Splash Mountain, if it fits. By the way, somebody did say, how in the world is Disney going to get a mountain to fit in the bayou? And I'm like, I don't know. But before I go on that ride, I'm probably hugging a 5-foot mouse. So I'm sure we can figure it out. Like all of a sudden, Disney is now the reality, and
Well, I mean, if keeping all that in mind, it's all a bit of fantasy. So you just use your imagination and hope for I really think it's going to be fine. I do. And because I'm only saying that because there's been too many times where I was iffy about something and then Disney proves me wrong. So Michelle is used to being quarantined on a ship. You know what, Chuck? I was going to mention my quarantine, but I know that I mentioned it the last time, and how John left me the message from the lady at the front desk and all that stuff. But I feel like I need a do-over, my quarantine cruise.
We are coming up on an hour. What else do you have that we have been amiss about that we should discuss? Or if there's questions that you guys have, please give it to us.
Yes, please, because I think we've talked about everything that I had, John.
Okay, so I don't think now it's just you guys. What do you want to discuss or talk about?
And
we're not going to keep you.
Another picture, Lord help us.
Did he? Where is this in Facebook? Oh gosh,
Facebook and your phone.
Hold on. You're gonna have to.
Not me. Thank God.
Okay, hold on. Oh God, that is exactly what I envisioned.
I saw you're laughing.
If you didn't see it yet, Michelle, you're gonna laugh. So hold on.
He said, "Is that what you wanted? Was that the?"
That is what I wanted. Hold on.
He does have a square head, kind of, so it works.
Yeah, that's exactly. Dun 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 dun.
A minute and a half.
Exit the theater safely.
America. Oh my gosh.
This is going to become a thing now that we have to do crazy photos.
When did God become a thing? You remember the one I did last time?
Okay, so let me hold on. I'm looking for. Oh yeah, Jacqueline. We said this definitely. The are you ready? Yeah, the Shadow Man, the drums and everything. We're hoping as you're going up, but I don't know what the storyline will be because they're saying that it'll start after the Kiss, the ride. So it's like a new storyline almost. Dave, would you like that?
So they won't be frogs.
I almost wish that they would kind of go with the storyline in the ride, because I really like the story.
No, it seems like they don't want to rehash the movie, which is different. I kind of like that. In the movie, they don't have a Mardi Gras, right?
At the end, they did.
At the end, they did, don't they?
So then how are they saying that it's taking place after the events of the movie?
However,
Facilier is dead.
yeah, Dr. Facilier is not.
Oh, that's right. Wait.
Ray goes, he poops and goes up with Evangeline.
Hold on. Let me read if it's what they really said. Did they say it would take place after the movie? Hold on.
I don't know.
I'm going to find out. Let's see. I'm going to read this, guys.
Yeah, you could tell
Tiana.
a story in there, right?
Okay, the voice of Prince Tiana. The approach to retheming or pleasant contrast, blah, blah. Sharita Carter for Imagineers as part of the creative development team. Hold on. The theme is inspired by The Prince and the Frog. We pick up this story after the final kiss. Okay, so is Ray dead after the final kiss?
Ray's dead. Before that.
Okay, so but not dead. Remember, they're in the stars, so you could look up and see him.
Well, yeah, but Facilier was killed by the shadow people.
Yeah, but he could still be lurking, I guess. Join Princess Tiana and Louis on a musical adventure featuring some of the most powerful music from the film. You know what? We may not get Dr. Facilier. We may just get Mama Odie and everybody as a big celebration without a villain.
We need a villain.
We do need a villain.
We so need it.
Actually, I can just go to my Facebook. Hold on. We got plenty of them from today. There's a Karen. Here's another Karen.
I guess we'll find out soon enough, won't we?
Yeah. So, all right. I guess, are we calling it a show? If we got more questions, guys, give it to us. Otherwise, we're going to figure out a way to say goodnight and hope that July 26th, excuse me, it's not COVID. July 26th, we will be at Wine Bar George.
We will be at Wine Bar George.
Yes, I will still be doing my live show. That's Tuesday at 8 p.m. only on my YouTube channel, bigfatpanda.com. But yes, that's separate from the TMSM LOLs that we're just doing here now instead of Disney Springs because we can't.
Because we can't. And then we do our Main Street Mouse TMSM Weekly live on Monday nights on the Main Street Mouse's Facebook. Well, Facebook page. Yeah. So I think people were confused when you made that sign. Like, this is our last show. No, you're not lucky. It's not our last show.
Good. Let's just go watch them and get rid of these people.
Oh my gosh, get rid of them. No. But if you think about it, because we're going to be doing our shows back at Disney Springs, but we do a live broadcast of them as well for people that can't come.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
We'll be back.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that wasn't the best thing to say then. Okay. I forgot about that whole lot.
We're explaining.
Right. And we should have are we going to have two cameras again, Scott? I know we started to.
He's working on it. He said he's
Okay.
going to have.
There's a way to do it, but we got to do some testing before, so I need you to bring your camera over.
Okay, I'll come over one day and we'll do it before.
We have, what, a month-ish?
Yeah, by the middle of July, we should be totally baked in COVID. We should be fine.
Well, it's because we're using new software. That's right.
Oh, we're using new software for the show, he said. That's why.
Oh. Like, is it StreamYard? Can you stream it for the show?
Here it comes.
Oh, forget it. We're going to go for another half hour now, guys.
No, we're not. No, we're just going to continue to use the software like you're using right now.
Okay, good. Awesome.
There's just different things we have to do to connect our actual video cameras to make it work. It works great with webcams, but to connect like our Sony Handycams, we're going to have to do it through a different browser. Chrome doesn't support it. Safari doesn't support it, so we're going to have to do it. But I've already talked to the people at Streamlabs or StreamYard, and they have helped me to figure out how we're going to do it. So I've talked to their support.
Okay, you don't.
Okay, that's awesome. And yes, Donna, Tuesday 8 p.m. Yeah, that's good. This StreamYard has been pretty good so far. I like it.
Great. I like it a lot.
Me too. I think they do a good thing.
We switched on our show too, and we haven't had any tech issues since we switched.
Sometimes when I do the news thing, they use Zoom, and I don't know if you've heard. Sometimes it changes my voice. I don't like Zoom at all.
Your voice gets really like villainous.
They turn it into Ursula. I go, ooh.
Ursula.
I'll do that picture when I'm done with this.
You need
remember her looking down with the thing.
I'll put Jimmy as the eels.
The eels. No, John. Remember, you were Ursula for the village. You had the big squid thing on the back of your head.
What? That was poorly done. I'm sorry. They made me
really good.
purple, and I don't know what. I really look like a purple Pocahontas with a feather in my hair. I don't know
You
what
look
they did.
like
to me.
you fell down some stairs or something. Your face looked
Did.
bruised.
You look like somebody.
I will, Yvonne.
Merciful.
Marcella.
Well, thank you guys for spending time with us. We can't wait to see you soon. Do you have any other housekeeping stuff to talk about, Michelle?
I don't think so. Just kind of keep an eye out, you guys, for the first. We will have the tickets available.
Should we set a time
In the morning sometime.
so they can be prepared?
You know what?
because they're gonna sell out
Follow
quick.
our live on location page so that you can keep up with updates. And you can also follow us on Instagram at TMSM LOL. And if you are planning to come to the show in July, please just be mindful that we don't have a lot of seats for July, but it's just for the opening month, and we're using bigger venues as we go. But it's better to be safe to see how all this is going to work ahead of time. But we are booked for like pretty much the rest of the year. So.
And yes, Misty, whatever you didn't see, you can catch it on the TMSM LOL page and just replay it.
Mm-hmm.
It may take a couple of minutes to get to the replay
It
out.
usually does.
So,
And just
Yeah,
one thing
oh.
about the tickets too, just to touch on the tickets. If you really don't know if you're going to be able to make it, please don't take the tickets because that's all we have. And if we have, I'd rather not have empty seats because other people are definitely.
Or if you
like,
can't
we'll go
make
set a waiting
it,
list.
let us know
Let us
so
know
we
so we
can
can
offer
release
your
it.
ticket to somebody else. Like if
Yeah.
something comes up and you just can't make it, because with the shorter amount of capacity, I just hate for somebody to really want to be able to come and they can't.
And they can't because somebody maybe didn't show. I mean, and you can't help.
Things
Emergencies happen and
Yeah.
does. But if you just don't think you can make it, if you just send me an email, I can release the tickets back. And we'll
and
have
for $100, you could mess us up really bad. Just buy all 20 seats and then don't show up, and we'll look silly. So
Actually,
you can
we're
do
selling
that.
for $100 a seat on this one. And John's going to personally refund you the money once you get there. We're keeping the 100 he's paying.
Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness!
It could happen.
I'm actually really looking forward to getting back to doing the shows.
Me too. Me too.
We have such a good time, and I hope that if you're going to be around on the 26th next month, that you come out and see us, because we're going to have fun. We're going to have a giveaway. We do all that great stuff, and then again, Raglan Road is August. Wolfgang Puck September, House of Blues October. So just kind of follow along on the page.
It's going to be a
and we'll
lot
do
of fun.
It's gonna
House
be
of
so
Blues,
much
Wolfgang
fun.
Puck. That's going to be a lot of fun.
House of Blues, we have the whole back room of the restaurant to ourselves. It's
It's
going
like
to be like
120
a
people,
party.
I think, can go back there.
Yeah, and there was talk about Cirque du Soleil. If that ever happens, yeah, that'll be a fun thing.
They're closed. They're dark on Sunday and Mondays, so it wouldn't work.
Oh, that would be so
Yes.
awesome. But imagine if we could get just one performer to come and be like a guest on the show
I
or
thought that would be
something.
cool if we could get somebody, maybe one of the people come out, even the guy who brings down the pencil from
The pencil
sky.
guy.
Pencil guy. I'll be
Or
okay
if
with
the
pencil
piano
guy.
walking the stage.
Listen, what if the desk? I will be really cool if the desk
desk,
wants to
sorry,
come.
yeah.
There's a walking animation desk.
But yeah, so now that everybody knows, Cirque was in the rotation before the world stopped.
Was that a secret? Was that okay that I said that?
We didn't really say
We
it
haven't
out.
really said it,
We
but
said
now
there
that
was
you
someplace
said
big,
it.
but now that you put it out there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can go rewind.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So that was another place that was interested in hosting us, and as soon as they are open and we're able, we are probably going to do one of our shows at Cirque.
And we want to wait till more capacity is open because that's such a big venue
Yeah.
where we could space out people. But it would also be really cool to have so many people in that bowl to come watch that show. We'll have to try to work on some guests for that show. I think.
Yeah, Scott will take your temperature as you come in.
I will. I'll take your temperature.
Actually, you don't have to because Disney Springs does it already.
They do it already in the garage.
We're taking it again.
And that's another thing too. If anybody who's not local and you're going to come to the show, Disney Springs does do a really good job making people feel safe. And as far as they check your temperature and everybody has a mask on, and they have like the hand sanitizer all over the place. I think they do a really good job.
And the temperature is really quick. It
very
doesn't hold
fast.
you up. I mean, it's literally you walk up. They don't touch you. They just walk away.
I had people somebody asked me, John, if when they check the temperature, like do they wipe it off in between? I'm like, no, they don't actually touch you.
They put it under your tongue.
You know what? Because was this person over 30?
No.
Oh, because do you remember you'd have a strip that they held on your head and it turned to.
Yep. It would
So
turn colors based on the heat, like a mood ring almost.
You know what I used to do as a kid? I used to go to the restroom, and the air heat thing for the hands. I used to
Yeah.
put my head under it and get it really hot. And I used to run to the nurse's office if I didn't want to go to school that day.
Never.
And they would be like, "Oh wow!" And I would have like 106 fever. And my mother would come pick me up. I'd go home and I'd watch cartoons. I did
used
that
to
like
rub my forehead
twice.
really back and forth while it was dark in the room, and then my mom would put it on my forehead, and my forehead would be warm, and it would just show it high temperature.
I will tell you though, I did when we were driving to Disney Springs the first time with the boys, I did tell them that they check your temperature under your armpit, and it got really quiet in the car.
They could, don't like to do a baby.
I told Chuck to give you a colonoscopy. He didn't show up that day.
I said, like, you know, like how they put it, like at the doctors, they put it under your arm, and it got quiet in the car for about 15 seconds. And I'm like,
They-
don't do that.
They wrap it in saran wrap. They put it under your armpit.
I can't believe somebody else David used to do that with the air on your head. That's pretty funny.
Well, boy, our conversations always.
You got to watch your children. If kids don't want to do something, they will find a way. I used to sometimes take the thermometer if I didn't want to go to somewhere where my mom wanted me to go, and I'd put it on a light bulb, which makes the thing go all the way to the top, and then I'd shake it down to a believable. I'd be like, all right, 101. That would be believable. Ma, look.
Yeah, because 104, you're going to the hospital.
I know. I used to because when you put on a light bulb, it would go up to like, maybe not the LED light bulbs. Yeah. All right, I think we've kept these good people long enough. Michelle, I will see you. And Scott, I will see you later. The after show is better. Thank you guys very much. Stay sane.
Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Try to look for the good in everything, please. Yes. It's there.